The one skill that will predict if the relationship will remain for a long period of time or not. Hey everyone, I'm Steve from Dr. Brom's Life Coaching. And, in working with clients, the one skill that I notice that will determine if the couples are going to succeed or not is this one skill. And it is the ability to fight and to have conflict. You see, you're both two different people. You guys have different backgrounds, different beliefs. You guys have different experiences. So it is bound to happen where you're not going to agree with each other. And what's going to be very important is the ability to have an argument and be respectful. You see, a lot of times we get so heated in a conversation and we become so stubborn in our viewpoint and not really willing to open up the possibilities of other choices and other viewpoints, that it ends up going to a standstill. And it can end up leading, if the fight is not resolved adequately, it can lead to a lot of resentment, a lot of disappointment, a lot of unmet expectations. So one of the exercises that I do with my couples is this list of how to handle conflicts. And I'm going to share some of them today, and hopefully they may add value. The first thing is that you want to be in a state where you're calmed down, because if you're in that agitated state, the result is not going to be good. You're going to be very stubborn. You're going to be very set in your statements and not really listen, which is the biggest skill you have to have, is to be able to really listen to what your partner is trying to say. And the best way to do this is to first just kind of take a break, calm yourself down, do some breathing exercises if you have to. Once you do that, set up some ground rules. For example, when one person speaks, the other one doesn't interrupt. I get it. This is freaking hard as hell to do. But if you can get into a pattern and a habit of both of you guys really trying to allow the first person to speak and then allow the other person to respond, is going to give you better results. The third thing is to define the problem. Be very specific on the problem. And when you're discussing about the problem, don't sit there and jump around from what happened 15 years ago, 10, 20 years ago, another topic that's not even related, because you're going to end up nowhere with this conversation. So try to stay focused on one problem and be very specific on what the problem is. One of a great leadership skill when you're dealing with conflicts is to fall on the sword. And the way this concept works with couples is to think to yourself, in this problem, how did you contribute to this problem? Because you see, there's two of you. It's not one of you that caused a problem. There may be another problem that you might have caused that you may not even realize it. So just really humble yourself and ask yourself, how did I contribute to this problem? And then let your partner talk about how they contribute to the problem. The next step is to brainstorm some solutions. How can you guys work through the problem together? Because that's the thing, you guys are a team. And the best way to come up with solutions is by coming up with a solution together. So think of a list of possible solutions that can help you through this problem. Next, kind of talk through the solutions and kind of see the good side and the bad side of the solutions. And at the end, come up with one solution that you both agree on to help you guys tackle this problem. And then the next step is to set a date in the future to follow up. You see, you can make all these promises, all these, we'll work on this, I'll do this, and then you end up not doing it. But it's more important is to follow through and then to reassess if you guys really came to a solution to the problem. So I hope this video adds value, but the biggest take-home message is that in order for your relationship to last for a long period of time, the number one skill that's very important is knowing how to fight. Hope this video adds value. Love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.